This Tuesday, November 25th at 7 p.m. at the WAG Qaumajuq, Winnipeg's GroundSwell and the WAG Qaumajuq are co-presenting North-South, a one-of-a-kind concert that merges contemporary music, visual art, and cultural expression. The event will feature throat songs performed by Caramello and Chasity Swan, alongside new compositions and improvisations for violas, percussion, and an ensemble that includes violists Melody McKiver and Jennifer Thiessen, and the percussionist Ben Reimer. Curated by composer Jim Hiscott, the concert will also draw inspiration from Inuit artwork on display at the WAG Qaumajuq's stunning Indigenous art gallery. This is going to be an outstanding concert that explores the Inuit art and its inspiration for new music. And joining me here in the Classic 107 studio to talk about GroundSwell's North and South, I am joined by the curator, Jim Hiscott. Hey, Jim, great to have you back.
Hi, Chris. Thank you. And thank you for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here.
As the curator for this concert, how did the idea of teaming up with the WAG Qaumajuq come about? Whose idea was it to use art as an inspiration for new music?
Well, it was a mixture, really. I suppose when the Inuit Art Gallery opened, I thought we should really do a concert there to celebrate this opening, because I've been in the Arctic several times, and I mean, I'm not Inuit or anything, but I love art, and so I thought we should have a GroundSwell concert that somehow engages with this, and so that opened quite a while ago, and then we've been working quite a while on getting this concert together, but I've been talking with Rachel Berg, and so then I was in touch with Jennifer Thiessen and Ben Reimer, and Jennifer was working with Melody McKiver, so they together were doing some really interesting viola experiments, and then looking for different types of Inuit music. So I already knew one throat singer because we had a northern type of concert a few years ago at GroundSwell, and so this singer, Nikki Koomak, was a real inspiration, and it's going to be her two daughters who are performing at this concert, Caramello and Chasity Swan, and it's so exciting. They're all excellent throat singers, and they're going to do like a variety of different throat songs and two sets of throat songs, and then at the end they're going to be with the other. I mean, we'll talk in a minute about the improvisations, but they're going to participate in that too. So that. And it's very exciting to be working with the Winnipeg Art Gallery Qaumajuq, and they're going to have 7 sculptures placed around the hall, and if it's the main hall, they're going to be placed around the hall, and then there's also, so it's north-south, it's confluence of cultures. I mean, we're Southerners, and there are Southerners there who are Indigenous and who are not, so there's, Melody and Jennifer, Ben, myself. There's music by Melody, composition. There's all these improvisations with Melody and Jennifer, and Ben is part of those too. And then I have a piece with Jennifer and Ben, and Melody's piece, Reckoning will be part of it. So it's going to be very diverse and exciting, and the art will be around the walls, and they have been looking at these 7 pieces, and there's also some paintings by Wanda Coop, which will be around the hall. And A View from Here is the name of that series.
And for our Classic 107 listeners, if you have never had an opportunity to see live throat singing, it is it's really something to see. That's for sure. So the art is going to be positioned around the gallery. And Jen and Melody and Ben are going to be doing improvisations. Are the throat singers going to be involved in the improvisations as well?
They'll be involved in one of the improvisations.
Yeah. And one of the things I'm trying to wrap my head around is, like, how will the audience know which piece of art is inspiring what by the performance? Like, are the pieces of art going to be lit up one at a time, or what's that going to look like?
We haven't actually worked all that out yet. I think, maybe if there's some introduction at the time, we'll be introducing some of the music, and if we know for sure, we can point it out. So the way the concert is set up, there's throat singing at the beginning. There's my piece Tundra. Then there's the first improvisation. So we'll probably have some kind of an intro there. And then the second half is another throat song, and then melodies, Reckoning, and then other three improvisations. So there's some space there, the place to do a little bit of talking, and we, also the audience, the way this concert's set up, like the doors open at 6:00 actually, and people can come in and look at the sculptures. If we can announce a little bit about which sculptures are influencing which pieces, which we hopefully will know by then, then we can mention that, and people can go look at those sculptures or the other sculptures. They're all very different. There's 7 sculptures. They're all really quite different, and they're some of the larger sculptures. So I think it'll be kind of quite impressive. And
Did you want to talk about your piece? Like, tell us about your piece that's going to be performed on the program.
My piece is called Tundra, and it's inspired by a visit I had on one of my trips up north, playing button accordion with a couple of other musicians in schools all around. And one of the places we played, the first place we played actually in this particular tour was Baker Lake. So Baker Lake is is the only community we were at which was not right on Hudson's Bay. So it's kind of inland. This is where you have a lot of this expansive tundra. So we went out for like a walk before after the concert or something. Sometimes we did evening performances for the adults in these places. So I'd never really been on an open tundra like that before. So this tundra was like rolling hills. The further you get away from town, the more you realize you're just surrounded totally by rolling hills off into infinity and blue sky. And this was September. So in September, and I didn't realize this until then, there's all these little grasses and little plants that grow on the tundra. That's what makes and that's what makes the tundra, and includes berries and all kinds of little plants. And a lot of them are harvested by Inuit people to go with, as herbs and, berries and stuff. But they all turn color in September, just like we have the leaves turning color in the south. So in the north, the whole tundra is like red and orange and yellow, and it's hilly off into infinity, like low hills. It's just indescribable. So for me, it was kind of a magic experience. And this piece is about that experience. And so it's very spare at the beginning, and there's different textures and even different aesthetics that sort of happen in the piece. And it's for viola and percussion, which basically vibes and crotales and a few other instruments. And so it's kind of an exploration of wonder.
Yeah. So Ben Reimer and Jennifer Thiessen is going to be there. Melanie McKiver as well, the violists. I know Mel and Jen both are not only violists, they work with electronics. Are they going to be incorporating any of the electronic elements into the improvisations, or do you know? Or
the improvisations, they will both have pedals, which are basically effects pedals, and those will be intermediary between the viola and the speakers, and they'll each bring their own speaker. And for the improvs, they will not have a laptop or anything, but they'll be working with all the effects and stuff, not modifying that. And so you'll hear like a mixture of the straight viola sound plus coming out of the speakers a modified, manipulated viola sounds, and they'll both do that. And there's all kinds of effects and things that will happen. And then, they're doing 2 different pieces like that. And then they'll be with Ben Reimer for the third one, so that's going to be interesting. I think Melody may have more electronics for their solo piece, Reckoning.
Have you heard Reckoning? Do you know anything about it?
Well, I have heard it by going online. You can go online. And so I have not heard it live, but if you go online, there's a way of I found it was a bit of a way I did find it. It's called Reckoning EP, and it went with a film originally, and it's just a number of movements, and just really a beautiful viola sound transformed by the electronics that are involved, and so that's going to be a beautiful piece.
Yeah, especially in the surroundings of having all that art.
Around the main
performers.
hall is very reverberant, and so I think you're going to be just immersed in this sound.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about all that's going to happen there.
The idea for the concert, I mean, it's just so excellent. I mean, I love this collaboration between different disciplines, whether it be dance and music, or in this case, art and music. Is this something that you want to continue to do as a curator for GroundSwell? Is collaborate with organizations like the WAG Qaumajuq or perhaps contemporary dancers?
Yes, definitely. It's a great thing to do, and actually, in the history of GroundSwell, we've been doing that for quite a long time. In the past, we've collaborated with, we had some concerts with Prairie Theater Exchange, but we collaborated with modern dancers. We collaborated with choirs. We've collaborated with dance. Different types of dance, and we've played in a lot of places. We did a big concert for the Millennium at the legislature. So something I really like to do. I like to combine cultures. We had Irish music, for example. We had some real Irish players, and they traded off with classical players with doing Irish theme music. So, but this is what I'm really interested about in this one is that, it's a time when we're all thinking about reconciliation and Indigenous culture, and trying to, find ways to meet and exchange and do all these things that show that we're like a people with all kinds of different roots and backgrounds and stories for millennia. So, definitely Indigenous people here are, and even though Europeans haven't been here as long, there's still the kind of different interplays of Métis culture, and I think it's a great. I think it's kind of an important thing to do.
Is that one of the things that you hope audiences will take away from the concert? Is that?
Well, I think so. I hope that they, if they haven't heard throat songs before and melodies, music, and it'll be the inspiration from this different culture. And the more you hear it, the more I think you feel open to and you learn about the culture and.
It's like trying a new flavor in food. You taste it, and it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really good thing, and imagining the North and thinking about the North, which people should go there. It's a great. I think it's something that I'm interested in, definitely.
Jim, this has been so great. The concert North South this Tuesday sounds like it's going to be just amazing. Thanks so much for taking the time to stop by and talk to me today. It's been great.
Thanks very much, Chris. I appreciate it.
For our Classic 107 listeners, North South, as presented by Winnipeg's GroundSwell and the WAG Qaumajuq, takes place this Tuesday, November 25th at 7 p.m. The doors open at 6 o'clock. For more details, visit gswell.ca or go to classic107.com. I've embedded a direct link to the show page in the article about the concert that you can find up there now. Jim, thanks again.
Thank you.